Okay, let us start now the new topic in the vector addition. That's the first we have studied about different kinds of vector additions. Whenever the directions of different vectors are in different ways, the finding out the resultant vector becomes complex. So in order to overcome that kind of problem, we have studied different kinds of laws like triangular law of vector addition, and also we have studied parallelogram of law of vector addition. Now we will be studying about a new kind of law in order to add the two vectors which are being directed in different directions. So now the next law is called as an polygon law of vector addition. The new kind of law that is called as an polygon law of vector addition. So now here, in order to study the polygon law of vector addition, first let us consider there are different kinds of vectors, some n number of vectors in this fashion. Let it be my first vector. This is vector A, and this is vector B, vector C, vector D, and this is my vector E. If these are my some 5 different kinds of vectors, now I need to add this different kinds of vector which are being projected in different directions. So in order to do the addition of this kind of vectors, I'll be opting a kind of law that is called as Polygon's law of vector addition. So see now, for that one, what I'll try to do is that I'll try to draw this one. My first vector is vector A. This is my first vector, and the second vector is B. B is in this direction, so B, and you can see my third vector is in this direction, so C vector, and then again D vector is in this direction, so this is my D vector, and this is my E vector. So these are the 5 different vectors which are projected in different directions. Then if that is the case, then as per the Polygon's law of vector addition, then the resultant vector of all these vectors will be made by this particular line, which will be in opposite order to all these vectors, which will be in opposite order, to all this vector. Let it be equal to vector R. So now we have seen how these vectors have been formed. Whenever the 5 different kinds of or n number of vectors have been given to us, if n number of vectors have been given to us, then if they are being projected in different directions, then we are supposed to add this n number of vectors, and that has been possible with one of the law of vector addition, that is called as Polygon's law of vector addition. The statement of Polygon's law, it states that if there are n number of vectors, if n number of vectors both in magnitude and direction, if they are having the magnitude and direction represents the sides of a polygon in same order, then the resultant vector which is also both in magnitude and direction, represents the closing side of polygon, in opposite order. So this is the statement of your Polygon's law of vector addition. As per the Polygon's law of vector addition, it tells that if there are n number of vectors which are having the magnitude and also direction, you can see here now. Let me name it as A, B, C, D and E. It means what? The side AB equal to vector A, the side BC equal to vector B, the side CD equal to vector C, side DE equal to vector D and side E and F is equal to vector E. If all these are the sides of the polygon which is having some direction and also which is having some magnitude. If it is having the magnitude and direction, will represent what? It represents the sides of a polygon. This is important one. In the same order. In the same order means what? What I have told while discussing the concepts of vectors. Same order means one vector's head should meet the other vector's tail. If the one vector's head is meeting the other vector tail, we can say that both vectors are in same order. You can see now, vector A head is meeting the vector B's tail, and in similarly, okay, see now. Now the same order means what? Vector A head should meet the vector B's tail. Means whenever the tail of one vector is connected to the head of another vector, we say those two vectors are in same order. You can see now, vector A head is meeting the vector B's tail, and also vector B's head is meeting the vector C's tail. So it means that vector A, vector B, vector C, and also similarly here also C vector's head is meeting the D vector's tail. So vector D and also vector E, vector D's head is meeting the tail of vector E. Means all this vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D and vector E, all are in the same order. Whenever the head is meeting the tail of another vector, we can say that those two vectors are in same order. That is the same order condition. If both the heads are meeting, whenever both the heads are meeting or whenever both the tails are meeting, we say those are in the opposite order. You can see now, the vector A's tail is meeting the vector R's tail. It means now this vector R is in opposite order to vector A. So both this vector R and vector A are in opposite order. In the similar fashion, vector E's head is meeting vector R's head. We can say vector E is in opposite order to vector R. So now let us see the statement again. If the n number of vectors both in magnitude and direction represents the sides of polygon in the same order, then the resultant vector will also have the magnitude and direction, will represent what? It is the closing side of the polygon, the other side which closes the polygon, and will be in the opposite order. So this is the meaning of this statement. Your resultant vector will be always in the opposite order to all this vectors order, means all this vectors direction. All this vector A, B, C, D and E will be in one direction, whereas the resultant vector will be opposite direction to all this vectors. So what is the main conclusion of this statement of Polygon's law of vector addition? You are supposed to show that it is a vector addition. You are supposed to show that the resultant vector is equal to sum of all these vectors. So that is a proof which you are supposed to prove from this particular theorem or from this particular law. We are supposed to prove that the resultant vector is equal to sum of all these vectors. That is what we are supposed to do it now. So now see now. Let us consider AB equal to vector A, AB equal to vector A. In similar fashion, BC equal to vector B, CD equal to vector C, DE equal to vector D, and EF equal to vector E. This is regarding the vectors. And also AF is equal to R vector. AF equal to R vector. We have made this conclusions. We have considered some vectors. AB equal to vector A, BC equal to vector B, CD equal to vector C, D equal to vector D, EF equal to vector E. All these are the vectors. Then for this vector, the resultant vector is R vector. That is equal to AF equal to resultant vector. Now, the proof of this one, it starts like this. The proof of the Polygon's law starts like this. Let me join AC. If I join AC, first step number 1, join AC and apply triangle law of vector addition and apply triangle law of vector addition. I have joined the vector, I have joined the AC, and I need to apply the triangle of vector addition for what? For a triangle. What is a triangle? ACB. For triangle ACB. For this triangle, I need to apply the vector addition. So now triangle of vector addition, if I apply, then it becomes that AC equal to what, ma? AB plus BC. That's what we have studied in the triangular law. AC equal to AB plus BC. So it is AB plus BC. This implies AC equal to, what is AB? AB equal to A vector. AB equal to vector A. Vector A plus what is BC? BC equal to vector B. BC equal to vector B. Now let me consider this as equation number 1. Let it be my equation number 1. Similarly, in the same fashion, again I'll try to join A and D. I'll try to join A and D. Step number 2, join AD. Join AD and apply triangle law of vector addition. And apply triangle law of vector addition. Vector addition to which one? We are supposed to apply the triangle law of vector addition to the triangle ADC. ADC. If you apply the triangle of vector addition to the triangle ADC, what happens? AD the line is equal to, this side AD is equal to AC plus CD. AD equal to AC plus CD. AC plus CD. This implies, what is AC? We have found out the value of AC here. AC equal to A vector plus B vector plus what is CD? CD equal to C vector. C vector. So now this is your AD. Consider this as, make it as equation number 2. Make it as equation number 2. What we have done here? We have joined the AC. When you join the AC for this triangle, only for ACD, we have applied the triangular law of vector addition. So that's why the side AC is equal to sum of these two sides, AB plus BC. That's what we have written here. And we have substituted AB equal to A vector, BC equal to B vector. Substitution, then equation number 1 and written. Tarvata em cheyali manamu? Join the AD vector. AD vector join chesi ee triangle ki, ADC triangle ku meeru vector addition apply cheyandi. Vector addition apply chese emaytadi? AD vector, the side AD is equal to sum of AC plus CD. AD equal to AC plus CD. That is AD equal to A vector plus B vector plus that is AC we have found out here. Now CD is nothing else but C vector. So we have got the two equations now. Now we have found out the value of AC and AD. Now let us join the another one, AE. The third step in the proof is join AE and apply triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition to which vector? Sorry, to which triangle? AED. To the triangle AED. For this triangle, we should apply the vector addition, triangle of vector addition. So see now, if I apply, what happens? The side AE is equal to sum of these two sides, AD plus DE. So AE equal to AD plus DE. AD plus DE. So just now we have found out that AE equal to, what is AD? It is a sum of vectors A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus what is DE ma? DE equal to D vector. DE equal to D vector. Let it be my equation number 3. Equation number 3. Now, from fourth step, from the triangle AFE, from the triangle AFE, we know that AF equal to AE plus EF. AE plus EF. That is equal to, what is AE ma? AE we just now found out, A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector plus what is EF? EF is nothing else but vector E. Vector E. And what is AF? AF is your resultant vector R. Resultant vector R. So now we can make a statement that from this equation number 4, we can state that as per the Polygon's law of vector addition, the closing side of your polygon will be equal to sum of all the vectors which act as the sides of the polygon. It means that the resultant of your polygon is nothing else but it is a sum of all the sides of the polygon. So R vector is equal to A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector plus E vector. So this is the proof for the Polygon's law of vector addition.